Two.
That's not right.
No, that's good. You still went to 2 and got that. Yeah, that one, so that's an example of being late, like you didn't quite get there. No, 1, get into 2. That's the step you can't skip. Definitely establish 1, but if you don't establish 2 as well, it's incomplete.
They're fighting each other then.
No, you're just, the problem is when the pace of the ball changes, you don't know how to adjust the 1-2 combination, which is why I say if you're not.
That's what he means by that guy mixing. Because the whole point of going to 1 first is that I have a tendency of, even if I start in a non-2 position.
Yeah, that's not my complaint. My complaint is after you establish 1, if you don't get the 2, it's incomplete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with you emphasizing 1. You should do that every time. I agree with that. The
Yeah,
problem
so
is,
the more I try to establish 2,
right?
especially when I'm stressed, the more I want to skip to 2.
Only if you're in a non-2 position. If you're in 2,
That's
then
the
no.
thing, like I start going away from a non-2 position. And
Correct,
starting up.
correct, right. I agree with that.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to know that you're in non-2. Anything not 2 is 1.
Like, it's very subtle, like this is non-2.
That is non-2, correct.
Is it still non-2? Is it still non-2?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, you're not 2 in any of that. This is 2. No, this. No, this. Yeah, that's 2. That's 2. That's 2. 2. Do it. 2. 2. Because you see how it stops? The point of where it stops, that's the pivot point that you're using to pivot your stroke off of. If you don't get to that point where it stops, then you're not in 2. That's 2. 2. 2. Now, if you start doing this pivot, think about it. If your elbow isn't anchored, then pivoting before you're anchored, no power. You're actually pulling your elbow back away from the stroke. So that's why
yeah, if you just start at the fixed, the 2.
No. If you start swinging at the ball before this gets into the anchored position, then there's no power to the shot. What I'm saying is when you'll do 1, you'll go up into 2, but before this gets into the locked pivot position, you start swinging as if you're there. That's when I'm saying you're not in 2. 2 is just as important as 1. Establish 1, but also establish 2. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying don't be 1. I'm saying establish both of them, but establish both of them, not just 1. Go from 1, go to 2, then swing. Don't go 1, and you're like, okay, I got 1. Start to go to 2, and then start swinging and think you went to 2 when you didn't.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't go 1 big, like do all this, but don't skip this part. So none of that is in 2, just so you know. You're not going to choose any of those.
It locked though.
No, it did not. You think it did, but it did not.
Higher?
No, more forward and, yeah, more, not up, forward like that. Up and forward. That is the 2 position. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's forward and up, not just, yes, that's it. Forward and up. Yes, yes. Forward and up. There you go. Now the problem is, as the ball comes back faster and faster, you simply do not have enough time to get your elbow into your body. You don't. That's why you think that, oh, I'm skipping 1. Well, you kind of have to. Unless you think you can get your paddle all the way to here and all the way back, you're going to skip 1 of them if the ball comes back fast. The only solution is to allow yourself not to come all the way here for 1. Anything not 2 then becomes 1. depending on the time you have. If we're just training, then yes. But if I hit the ball, this is like what we had beef about like 3 weeks, a month ago. The ball comes back fast enough, you simply don't have time to get this and this. And if you have to pick one, oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying that if the ball comes fast, you're thinking it's more important to prioritize one than two. And I'm saying the opposite.
That sounds good.
Yeah, this you have time, so you should just do the full one.
Oh.
Yeah. If the ball's coming slow, you got time. If this is, yeah. Oh, no, full one, yeah. Take your time and feel them both. This is practice, this is training. Yep, just make sure you get both of them. 1, 2, 1. Hit slower, just nice and smooth. Just relax and get some reps in. Don't worry about hitting the ball super hard or crisp or whatever. Good. It'll be easy. 1, 2. Just have a solid feel for both of them. Yeah, that's a beautiful shot right there. 1. Make sure you do 1 and 2. 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 A little bit. Yeah. There you go. Nice. Relax. Swing a little slower. Yeah. Just feel them both. Just relax and get some reps in. 1, 2. Nice. So the way this comes up, when you come up, it's not just up, but it's forward towards me a little bit. Don't swing fast. Chill out. Nice and easy. Just feel both of the things. Yep, 1 and 2. Oops, sorry. Good. Slow down. Take it easy. Focus on feeling your 1 and 2. That's all this is for. Just relax, get a good solid 1, good solid 2. Sorry. Okay, so when you load up, turn and face that way a little bit more. Because you're kind of leaning over to do it instead of just turning, not this much, like emphasizing. Or what would you do before you dig your shoulder down into the shot? But, no, okay. So slow down. Feel 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Yep, 1, 2, 1. Bring your elbow up and forward. Nice. Oh, sorry. Now get a full 2. Those are like 80% 2s. You have to really establish that elbow pivot position.
How high are we talking?
It's not high, it's both high and forward. So you don't have to go like up here, you just have to go more this way. Like you lift it up and forward like that, and then boom. So it's like this from the side. It's not this, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's And it's not above your shoulder, it's not up like that.
It protrudes.
Yeah, it protrudes forward. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And it has to precede the paddle, because what happens is, the sequence is, you go here, it comes up and forward, and then this comes before this, and then pulls that through. That's why you have to stop, because the whole point of this is the pivot position that allows the paddle to get pulled through the ball. Because this is a pulling stroke, not a pushing stroke. Yes, good, actually, still good. Nice, slow down, slow down. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this is it. Up and forward.